Alright guys, so what you're going to need for this DIY, I lost some footage, so I'm just going to go ahead and briefly go over it. We're going to be using a plain solid colored backpack of your choice, or even if it has designs, that's fine. Just a backpack of your choice. This is a black one. You're going to need a piece of cardstock paper. I went ahead and folded it in half. You're going to need some tape to hold down. You're going to need a palette for your paints. You're going to need a sponge. You guys can use makeup sponges. You can use these brushes here, these foam brushes, or a regular paintbrush, what have you. Your paints of choice. And a book or a piece of paper to go under here so that the paint doesn't seep through. So what I went ahead and did was sketch out the shape of a unicorn. My daughter wants a unicorn. And what I did was tape the edges. I used this little foam dabber. I used some white matte acrylic paint. And I just went ahead and dabbed this all over until I got it all covered. Alright. So the colors I'm going to be using for this DIY is these are all matte colors, by the way. Black, white. I'm going to be doing galaxy in the hair. So for those, I'm going to be using like this glow in the dark pink, which I'm just using it for the bright color of pink. This neon purple, again for the bright color, and a neon blue. All these I bought at Walmart, and I believe they were only like $1 or 50 cents. So I went ahead and I taped this down, and as I said, I dabbed and got a white finish all over this. You guys can use a paintbrush. You can use whatever fancies you. Just kind of fixing that up. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is how it looks when it's dried, and this is not white enough for me, so I'm going to do another layer. Okay guys, this is how it looks after 2 layers, and for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. So I'm going to use a colored pencil, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in some of the details. So this is the reference that I'm using. This is a painting that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and this is the horn. So I'm just sketching that in. This is the shape of the face. Here's the ear. Alright, there's the mouth. Here's the nose. There's the eye. Blacken the eyelashes. And then here is so I'm kind of just blocking in where I want everything to go. That's how I want it. So this is the unicorn's face. And then all this is going to be galaxy. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do the galaxy part. And then we can go ahead and fill in these details after that. So, for the galaxy, go sit up, baby. I'm going to go ahead and pour my colors. And you guys can pull up pictures on your phone or print out some reference pictures of galaxies. So I'm going to go ahead and use this tiny little sponge brush because I don't really want to go over these lines. And I'm just going to go ahead and plop this color down. I should start with the yellow, but I'm going to go ahead and start with the blue. So I'm just going to be putting it in random places, like so. It's probably way too much paint. Don't worry if you kind of go over the line, we can fix that up at the ends. We're going to end up touching this up. So I'm just kind of adding blue wherever I want it. I'm going to go ahead with the purple, not cleaning this out. I'm just going to add that random places. And I kind of want these to mix in some spots. So you guys are going to kind of do what feels right to you, what looks right to you. Alright, then I'm going to go with my pink. And I'm adding that in random places. All while I'm keeping the stencil here. And I'm just going to kind of just go ahead and go back and forth with the colors till I get the look that I like. So I'm going back with that blue in some spots. And I'm not using a lot of paint. I pour way too much on here. So guys, always do a little bit of paint and add as you need it instead of wasting. Alright, so I'm just kind of eyeballing that. I think that looks kind of cool. What do you think, Amaya? I'm gonna add a little bit more pink on some spots. So I'm just going back and forth with these colors until I get the look that I like. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in with the blue one more time on some spots, like here. I think that looks cool. What do you think, baby? I'm gonna add a little bit more purple here. I think it really looks like a galaxy when you blend them. Alright, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and dry this with my blow dryer to speed up the process. Alright guys, so this is how it looks dried, pretty much. It's still a little wet, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and add my white splatters. So what I did is I took some plastic bags, and I just kind of wrapped them around to protect the book bag so that we don't get any white splatters anywhere. So to do the splatters, we're going to use our white, and I'm going to water that white down. Can you move that folder a little, Maya? So I'm just watering this down. I don't want to get paint on your notebook. And you guys can grab another brush or a pencil or something, and what you're going to do is tap it. Oh, that's a lot on there. Just going to tap it softly, and you're going to get those splatters. Alright. There's like a big splatter there. That's fine. I'll just take like a something and dab it up a little bit. Why are you doing that? So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape. Be very careful, guys. Make sure this is dried all the way. So I'm just removing all the tape. And very gently, I'm going to peel this back. Alright. Now, there's some spots here that are kind of messed up. But that's fine. We'll clean that up. But this is basically... This looks so cute. That's going to be the shape of the unicorn, the design. So, we're going to go ahead and grab some brushes. I'm going to need like a really thin brush for details. I really like how this came out. So like for some of these edges, like the mane doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in with some of these colors. Because I like the way that edge looks. Because it is, you know, hair. So I'm gonna go along with that. So I'm going to go along with that blob there. And I'm going to make that work. Alright. I'm very happy with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the details, referencing to my picture. I'm going to use this purple, and I'm using a very fine brush. I'm just going to go ahead and paint those edges. And I kind of want to water this down. Like make this part of the galaxy. I'm gonna go in with that pink, and I'm gonna kind of blend those two colors together. I'm going to use a clean sponge and dab that in to blend it. I'm going to do the same thing with the eye. I'm actually going to make this darker so I can mix some of the blue with this purple color to make it darker. And I'm just going to go ahead and add those lashes. So guys, take your time with this. I'm going to go in with that pink. Cleaning out my brush. So as I said, this is kind of like a little bit advanced. But you guys, if you take the time, you can definitely do this. Don't be afraid to do it. And you can also make it simple by just doing a silhouette, as I said, or doing a more simpler design. So cute. So I'm just going to add as I see fit. Alright, and I'm going to add the detail in the ear. There's a line here. So I'm just referencing my picture. And I'm going to add the pink along to blend. This is something coming out so cute. Alright, I'm going in to add the nose. And then the mouth. So because of the texture underneath, you'll probably have to do a couple layers. Again, just take your time. Don't rush this. I'm just going to add that pink to blend it out. Add a little pink to the nose. And then here you can see this white. I'm just going to go ahead and add that galaxy colors here and make it part of the hair. Just like that. And the same thing along the lines. I want to clean up these lines. So I'm just going to go along it. Kind of messed up right there. So I use the back of my brush to clean that part up. And then we'll go ahead and do the horn. The unicorn horn, whatever you call it. And just adding those lines. And then I'm going to blend it out with some pink. Going in with that pink. And blending that down. It would look really cute if we added some gold to this. I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet. But again, I'm just cleaning up these lines. Alright. Making that part of the galaxy. Just gonna blend that out right there. So I'm just kind of going back and forth with my picture, my reference picture, and fixing areas. That I want to fix or tidy up or change. So I kind of covered up some of these splatters, which is fine. I'm going to add those by hand. After this dries, I'm just going to use that same little tiny brush and add little dots to where I want. I really like how this came out. Alright. What else do I want to do? I'm going to kind of blend that out a little bit more. So I want to make these eyelashes a little bit more dark. I want them to be nice and neat, so I'm going to add another layer. guys have to hear that in the background. Sorry, 1 second. Amaya, can you lower that? Sorry about that, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tidy up these horns. This horn, or whatever you, I don't know what you call the unicorn head. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline this part because I'm gonna cover that part up with black. So I can use that as a guideline. I'll just go ahead and outline all the way to the top. Sometimes it helps to set your pinky down and paint. It helps keep your hand steady. It helps me at least. So I'm just defining that horn and blending it out with the pink. Alrighty. And I'm fairly happy with that. I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is how it dried. And so what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and clean up some spots. So since it's a black background, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of black matte paint. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a tiny brush that I've been using. And I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up all the edges. And again, I'm using this tiny little detail brush to do that. So you guys can actually leave it like this. And what I'm going to put over this to protect it is some Mod Podge. Now, if you want to have a matte finish, you can use the matte Mod Podge. But I think I want to use the glossy one. You guys can add glitter to this. Whatever it is that you want to add to it, you can. I think that I'm going to leave it like this. And I'm going to add some embellishments. So everywhere where there's like a mistake like here, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. Alright guys, so this is how it looks cleaned up. I went ahead and cleaned up some of the white spots. And I added these little like star things. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some rhinestones. So what you're going to, you guys can add any kind of embellishments you want. You can leave it like that too, but I want to add these. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of these square ones. And I'm going to arrange it how I like it. And I'm going to use E6000. This is a really good glue. It's like $3, $2 or $3 at Walmart, at craft stores, really everywhere. So I'm going to use this to glue this, and I'll show you guys the end result when I come back. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I love the way it turned out. I added some glitter in the background, some acrylic glitter, and I sealed everything that I painted with some gloss Mod Podge. I added that heart galaxy up top so that it wasn't so plain. It looked like, if I felt like it needed something up top. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way this came out. You guys comment below, tell me what you think. Please share, like, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure that you tap the bell so you can get notifications each time I post. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see some more DIYs like this. See you guys next time. Bye.